What do you do when you're a day behind? You jump in with both feet. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And you are going to see this on day 18, but this is actually Friday, day 17, where we are working with fabric for Fabric Friday. Now, I've got most of the components put together. I'm pushing to get this video uploaded before we have storms roll in about noon. So then hopefully you will get today's video, day 18, which would be SAC Saturday, later this afternoon. Now I've gone ahead and covered the tag with some fabric that I had in my stash that I had purchased a couple of years ago, and it's got kind of that night sky, starry sky kind of look to it. I've clipped the corners so I knew where my placement was. I've also done all of the fussy cutting and the stamping. I had this idea of using yellow fabric to make a condemned or a keep out kind of sign, and all I had was seam binding. Now I probably have yellow out in the warehouse, I just can't get to it, but seam binding is made from fabric. So I took a strip of this, ironed it out flat, and then I used this stamp set from Image Tree. See if this one has a name. My Little Star. It was from EK Success Antique Alphabet, and I've had this in my stash for years. And I pressed out the seam. I opened this up and I pressed it out flat, cut 3/4 inch strips. Now that's the smallest or the narrowest that I could use, and use the letters, and I stamped out keep out on one strip and condemned on the other. They don't have to be perfect. Remember, this is something somebody has thrown up to keep you out of a house. And I am going to take, see, this is my light yellow Mango Melody. And I'm going to put some light in these house windows up here. Give them a little bit of dimension behind everything. How many of you took the class with Tim Holtz yesterday for his curio? I loved that class. Had so much fun. You can see a picture of mine on my Instagram page. Now see, this looks like it might have been a door and they have it blocked off. So I'm just going to light the top half. And I'm not going to be real specific. I just want a little bit of extra color to come in there. And we have steps leading up to the door. The door's probably solid, but we're going to go ahead and just light the window. And that's all I'm going to worry about for that. And I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals first and foremost. Now I took my dimensionals out. Where'd they go? There they are. Let's see, I pulled them out so I could get a hold of them. And I had a pokey tool handy here this morning. There's my tweezers. Did I put my pokey tool back? I must have, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Of course not. That's my widget, my scissors. Huh. It was here this morning because I was using it to dig the stamps out of the box. So we're going to use our tweezers, and actually it really works better with the pokey tool, but I'm going to go ahead and use my fingers. And we're going to pop this up on dimensionals, and I'm using the black dimensionals. Now this looks a little narrow here, so I'm going to put a small one up there, and then I'm going to put the big one in the center. Not quite center, but close enough to count. Okay, just like that. And then I need a little one laying right here in front of me. It has been a crazy 10 or 15 days. Now, I did get all the videos recorded, and I had most of them scheduled before I left for the conference on the 9th. I had day 15 and 16 sitting on the computer. I just failed to upload them. I got in such a habit of them automatically scheduled and running on during the day that I totally forgot I had 2 sitting on the computer that needed to be uploaded. Then I went to my sister's where I had no room to work whatsoever. And so, yeah, this is it. Now I'm going to place this right about there, I think. And I keep feeling like I should cover that door, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Now the moon I'm going to put down flat. And I'm going to use my Tombow glue here. just like this. And I've got the holes going right about there. I don't really want it centered. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to scuff this out a little bit with the yellow because I don't want that white staring out too close against. I want it to look like the moon is shining behind her. So I'm not going to go all the way in, just dust the edges with the yellow so it looks like she's got the moon shadow behind her. Just tone that white down just a little bit. And I'm using the Stampin' Blends from Stampin' Up. Now we'll bring her up on dimensionals, and I am going to use the small ones for this. Because she's got such little bitty compartments here to make sure I get everything in there. If you have Freeform, they are running Halloween shows all this month. I was finally able to catch the original, the full version of Hocus Pocus 2. Last year I got the last 15 minutes of it, and I didn't think I really cared for it. But after I went back and watched the whole thing, I was pretty happy with it. There, now we got the witch flying across the moon. Now we need to put our signs up. And they're going to go just like this. And I was trying to get them to where I didn't cover up letters, and I think that's going to do it. Let me pull this off just a little bit. So I am officially home. No more overnight traveling that I can see in the foreseeable future until April. Yay! When I should be going down to Eureka Springs to do the final edits on an Ozarks Homecoming. It was so nice being in Eureka Springs last week. I wish I could have stayed a couple extra days, but they were so booked. It was incredible. I realized we were in season, but wowzers, it was busy down there. I could not get an extra room on either side of the conference. They were so booked up. But April is in the off season, so I shouldn't have any problem booking rooms. In fact, I may go in and look and see when I'm supposed to be going to Big Mama's for the spring retreat in April and just go ahead and book my room there now. Probably might have to do it until after the first year, though. Sometimes they're like that. You can't book into the next year unless you're a conference or gathering of some type. So there is that. There is our tag for day 17, Fabric Friday, for the 31 days of Halloween. Hopefully, weather permitting, I will be back here this afternoon for day 18, when you will get to see day 18, SACs Saturday, means where I'm making my tag using items that I have purchased from Spectrum Art Creations. So I hope you'll come back and join me. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe, and creative spooky blessings.